electric blanket on me right now. It's amazing. I'm very much staying warm. Alright, the pause there terrified me for a moment. I was like, please tell me I'm mulliganed. Hey Aven, good to see you. Definitely get rid of this tap land. Elf on 1 into kick Pawpatch on 2 is a nice opening. We do need to find another threat to follow this up with, but certainly a nice start available to us here. Ooh, and an Evangelist. Alright, we're definitely getting the Pawpatch down first before the Evangelist. Just because then every removal spell my opponent has is going to be so much worse against us. It means if they have an Anoint with Affliction for the Evangelist, they're going to get punished by these recruit triggers. Alright, we see an elf. That is acceptable. You can predict the first changes I make to this deck. Yeah. We all know what's happening. I kind of want to attack with these bunnies. I don't really mind if we trade off with an elf. I think that's fine. And we're not attacking with our elf because we want to play Prairie this turn. So we can start swinging with it next turn if we want. Alright, they don't trade with the bunny. They do want the elf mana. And that's okay. We're just going to Sheltered whatever they play next. And push a lot of damage across. Yeah, free Sheltered by Ghosts main deck is a lot of Sheltered by Ghosts. But hey, it's certainly about to look pretty good here, so who am I to complain? What do I put this on? I could also just get lost, of course. I think Sheltered's pretty good. I don't really want to put it on the Evangelist because the Battle Cry seems really strong. Even if the Evangelist replaces itself when it dies. I might just put it on the Bat. Put it on the Benui. I think this is good. I think putting it on my least relevant creature makes their removal spells really bad, right? Yeah, Doom did go 9-0 day one. I assume closed deck list is quite good for the stack because you get to surprise people with Wilt-Leaf Liege. Hey Callie, good to see you. That's a cute too. Very true. This game seems kind of unlosable. Our opponent's even missing a land drop. That is not good for them. We need to save this Get Lost to kill the Archfiend once it enters play. Page is very nice draw. Not that it is at all necessary, but you know, we'll take it. Look at the top 5. Oh boy, a Wilt-Leaf Liege, you say? Okay. Swing with our critters. Pump the team. Opponent seems quite dead. Point of Affliction, sure. So we get to put counters on our Tramplers, I suppose. Pay the ward cost. No reason to show them this Wilt-Leaf Liege. They're dead anyway. I guess they were dead even if they blocked. Wow. Alright. Pretty easy first game of today. I think Sheltered by Ghost is really awkward against all the black removal. Despite being pretty good that game. Chemical. Good to see ya. I think Destroy Evil is incredible against that deck. And then like it's a little tricky. Do we like Wilt-Leaf Liege? I worry that it's a bit bad against black removal spells. Definitely hate Interrupter. Interrupter's bad. Invasion is weird. I worry that it's a bit clunky here because they play a lot of blockers and critters. Maybe we keep in the Shelteds. Maybe Leave him one Liege so we can get them. I'm pretty sure Liege is bad. Maybe Sheltered's fine for like getting a demon out the way. And better than our sideboard options. Thrun could be kind of nice, but demons do block it. Oh, Smite for Glisser might be important. Yeah, I'm wondering that other one. It's kind of tricky. Because Smite doesn't hit much other than Glisser. Although I guess if we're trading like a free and a Smite for a demon, maybe that's fine sometimes. I don't know. That's interesting. Also, they have Dread Knight as well. Let's bring in Smite. Talked myself into it. Let's try this. Yeah, a little bit suspicious of these Shelters, but we're going to give them another go. Maybe we can swap them to a threat on the play. Regardless, we're off to a good start. Hey Gwen, welcome, welcome. Alright, ooh, we have the turn 1 elf. We have some good free drops. Obviously, if the elf dies, our hand's a bit clunky, but opponent's Maligning to 5, so that is also a very good sign. Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. We get to go elf into Toby. That's just going to be some wild pressure here. Alright, no cut down, please. So maybe we'd want to play Evangelist. I'm not sure. The Toby attacks for 5, but also gives our tokens flying later. But most of our tokens are flying anyway. This is fine. Pushes more damage. They want to use a removal spell. On one of these, I just don't really care. Any more creatures where that came from? He would love to draw that next turn. Here comes the Dread Knight as a decent blocker. I guess the one problem with playing this first is now I may. Oh, Razorverge Thicket is perfect. Now I can smite if I need to. Do I want to? Smite the Dread Knight, get in for 4 damage. Seems fine. Obviously, if they have a demon or a shouldered next turn, it's pretty scary. But we are going to give our beast token flying next turn with our next token off Mistmoors. So I guess the demon would be able to block it, but a shouldered wouldn't. A Glisser, okay. Well, like I said, this is not going to be able to block here. A bit of me wants to get back down Pawpatch for that, like, protection value, but I think getting in with the beast is just too good to pass up on. Go for the Mistmoors. Gets flying. And get in there for 5. You think there'll be more Verges in the next set? Really hoping they're good ones. Yeah. I think we're only going to get 10 Verges. But I do think we're going to get more Verges soon. I would be really surprised if they did 20 Verges. That's like a lot of lands. And they've done, I think they've done like lightly asymmetrical cycles before, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure they exist. Yeah, full cycle will be 10 lands. Oh, is it the canopies? Berg cycle, they're closest together that way around. So I think they're just going to stick to the Wooburg, like, traditions, I assume. Hey, Civ. Hey, Scooter. Tangolands had the worst name. I don't think any... Has anyone officially called them Tangolands? Like, isn't that just an awful fan name? Yeah, Tangolands is BFZ. Tangolands was stinky, apart from the fact that fetch lands existed, which made them obnoxious. Oh, the actual name for them is Battlelands. That's so much more reasonable. Yet still kind of uninspiring. Yeah, there's no good name for them. There's no way around it. They're just cursed. I only figured out to play Wooded Foothills in our Jeskai no green decks. Yeah, that standard format was kind of cursed. A little bit. No one talks about it, but it was like pretty cursed in its own way. Tricycles for the triomes. Oh my goodness. Ooh, look at us drawing a 2-drop. We can get down this prairie. You love to see it. Matchup seems a little spooky. They're very aggressive over there. Cedric and Patrick refused to call them Tangolands on coverage, as they should. Hey, Octo. Oh, they're popular in Commander. That makes sense. When it gets back FOMO, they currently have 5 types. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm gonna get run over this game, honestly. This is so much damage. I guess I block the 4/3 and I die to a combat trick. Okay, they're just gonna play out FOMO instead, which is also pretty unbeatable. Alright. I was about to say Salvager would be a weirdly sweet draw because it makes a 3/3. 3/3s block FOMO. So I guess I'm just playing this instead of Overlord. Indeed, Alchemical, indeed. They were specifically kind of annoying for about a year because they existed in standard with fetch lands for a year. So everyone would get to go fetch 2 basics to turn on the battle lands, and then the moment the fetches rotated, they became unplayable. So, you know, very, very compelling design. I might actually be dead on board now if they have an untapped land. I guess none of their creatures have trample. Maybe I'm alive, kind of? Question mark. Port town plus irrigated farmland plus prairie stream. You might not like it, but that's what the perfect mana base looks like. Apparently. I guess I'm just trading off my board, right? I get to keep a 3/4. This is actually weirdly okay for me. I keep complaining, but I think I'm like fine-ish at the moment. Also, hi Kate, hi Jamura. Good to see you both. Pawpatch Recruit, you say? I'm pretty sure I just want to kick the Overlord so that I get a pair of 2/1s to block this bridge line, and then I think I'm holding the Recruit. Like a little bit bad if they untap, go untap land, removal spell. By a little bit bad, I mean completely heinous, but I think this is what I'm doing. Wondering how I ever won a match. Yeah, I could never quite figure that one out, but apparently people did win with it. Can't say it was my kind of deck, but I did enjoy the Delirium deck. The Delirium deck was pretty good fun. Get to Emrakul some people. Who would ever enjoy Emrakuling people? Spoilers chat, I'm probably recalling people in Prague. Make of that what you will. Hey, Sneaky. Uh-oh. What's uh-oh about that? I really just don't want to die. I feel like I just hold everything back on defense forever until these Mistmoors are online, and then I can't lose. You don't want to be Emmy cooled, just don't get paired against me. Or play Blood Moon. One of those. I'm registering Etherworks Marble, so true. I think it comes down to what their final card is over there. If it's a pump spell, I assume I die through most things, and if it isn't, yeah, it's not a pump spell. Cool. Thank you, opponent. Appreciate you saving both our time there. Alright, Elspeth Smite seems phenomenal. That's by Ghost seems pretty good. Is Split Up good? Maybe. I think Wilt-Leaf Liege is clearly heinous. Maybe Split Up. So these are like our 63 options, I guess. You were trying to get Marvel banned from day one. Marvel was not a very enjoyable game experience. I gotta be honest. Many semi-age into Cauldron. Oh my god, that's kind of gross though. That's kind of terrifying. Cool people in Prague, mysterious entity vibes rising. We're all about the mysterious entity vibes. Apart from when I'm streaming and then I'm just a dork. What am I cutting? All these cards are good, right? I'm not just crazy. All these cards are good. What could we possibly want to cut? Maybe we just trim some things? Maybe I trim some Evangelists. Maybe 4 Sheltered is overkill. Common Sheltered L. I'm sorry, I don't think we're surviving the whole stream of 4 Sheltereds in my 75. You just have a bunch of shocks in their deck and all my creatures are tiny. Like, I don't see how it's even sticking around. This isn't even a very good shelter deck. Yeah, I know. Feel like, sometimes I just feel like I'm living on a different planet with that card. Maybe I'm the one in the wrong, but if so, do I really want to be right? You know? Am I playing out Cage or holding open Smite? I feel like smiting this sphere is probably a good idea. We're like quite a ways away from activating Cage. Yeah, I think Cage can wait as well. We use our mana worse this way, but... Alright, which one am I targeting? One of them does more damage. I guess also if they have the +1 pump spell, this one still gets answered. Oh. I know FOMO's like gonna be a scarier card in a couple turns, but I have it get lost in hand. This saves me more damage now and plays around things. Yeah, it was the answer to Mono Red, and now it's just everywhere. I don't get it. I don't get how we ended up here, but apparently we did. Get that free. Free is an amazing blocker. What's the pump spell that Delirium plays? I can't remember the name of it, chat. Can someone, like, call up the Scryfall for me? Violent Urge? Gains first strike. Oh my god. Okay, so there's no point double blocking, right? I could also just take 2 and then have Cage open next turn. Make it a 4/4. Maybe that's better. Oh yeah, it could also be Monstrous Rage. I'm just gonna wait. Seems fine. I agree, Gwen. I agree. The card is overrated on like every possible metric. Oh, hey, Kaiba. Yeah, we're playing Wilt-Leaf Liege, which is basically an Obstinate Baloth in disguise. Maybe better, maybe worse, who knows? Okay, honestly, this is like kind of a funny combat trick, though. Maybe? Maybe? Oh. Usually Urge and not Rage. Yeah, that makes sense. The double strike is kind of bananas. Like you say. You want to play an RCQ at your local shop, unknown meta, any suggestions for a standard deck to play? I think the best options for decks to register at the moment are probably Gruul with Innkeeper's Talent and or much as I hate to say it, I think I prefer Pixie over Dimir at the moment. Dimir is really good too. I'd still put Dimir like top 3. But I think the Esper Pixie decks also. I think those are like the free decks. Consider. Shouted by Ghosts had Flash, it would have been better. Now you're speaking my language. Oh my god, they're attacking. Oh. They do have the card I was talking about. Chat, I'm so smart, I figured it out. I think we block with the free and then oh, if I block and they just say go, it's kind of embarrassing. Maybe it's fine though. Then we're trading for that curator. I don't really yeah, let's just do it. Either we trade a golem for a curator or we get a 2-for-1. Both those outcomes are acceptable. Dunk. Odin just knows it's coming. They're just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. Alright, maybe that matchup wasn't as bad as I Oh yeah. This is a nice curve. Painful Brushland, but opponent's urge was lost on us. Indeed. Go quickly look at this. Oh, Tarek Patel played Selesnya. Oh my god. Shout out to top 50-ish finisher Tarek Patel, who has, get this, 0 sheltered by Ghost. No, there's 4 on the sideboard. I misread. Never mind. My respect went way up and then way down. We're back where we were. God damn it. Oh, otters. Okay, this matchup's probably heinous, I assume. Pawpatch is pretty nice against them, though, probably. I kind of want to go Salvager or Misty, so I can, like, grow these tokens. Probably find a Misty, though. And attack with both. If we trade, they have 1 less critter for their enduring. Losing a bunny is sad, but I think trading's worth it. Someone went 11-4 with Teamer Analyst, which immediately baited you into losing rank. Yeah, I saw that. It is on the list of things to play. That's definitely one of those decks where I'm not convinced it's any good. But I will absolutely play it for the content, and also because I love Aftermath Analyst. Both of these reasons. Okay, we're getting Flood Coolered here. This is why we're not attacking with the 1/1s. Oh, okay, this is fine. Get a +1 counter on a 2/1, I guess. Bunny is now dealt with, but it got like a 1.5 for 1, so can't complain about that. Next time we start activating Prairie. Well, activating Salvager is kind of sick. Well. Okay. They're going for a scry to find a land. Don't know how it beats Pixie for Baloth for Liege. Maybe it does just need some Baloth in the sideboard, honestly. Maybe our hopes rest in Baloth. Wow. Classic Otters. Alright, if there's ever a matchup where it's card as bad as this one. I know I'm biased, but also... Ooh. What do we bring in? All our cards are kind of stinky. I worry that Wilt-Leaf Liege is just so bad against town ain't big enough. But it's also kind of hard to have permanently killed. Maybe Invasion is fine. Maybe Interrupter is fine. Interrupter does nerf Questing Druid. It's really funny. I feel like whenever I have this card cast against me and I'm Arters, I don't really care very much there. It's probably still worth it just to have some interaction. Another invasion or is okay. Run it. Always hard to figure out what cards are even good against Otters. It feels like the main thing that's good against Otters is just carrying out your game plan in an efficient manner. That there aren't really like actual sideboard cards against them. No elf? No elf needs a third land. No 1-drop. I think I'm keeping this, but like not the most exciting. Otters does struggle against opponents' game plans. So true. I remember when I thought Otters was tier 1. To be fair, it was very good for a while. No one knew how to play against it. And Gruul was seeing a lot less play at the time. And also I drew Llanowar Elf because I am skilled at Magic, apparently. Actual best draw, not close. First lightning, sure. Let's just get Recruit down first. Protect our stuff. A little bit slower, but it's going to make the removal spells so much worse. Might mean that this elf doesn't get killed. Be nice. Evangelist? Sure. I think I'm attacking with the Recruit, right? I think if it trades with Trainer, that's one less creature for Enduring Vitality. Cool. Like, the more we keep creatures out of play, the worse Enduring Vitality is. And Enduring Vitality is basically the best card. On that note, land was good. Let's go Invasion of Gobakhan, maybe force action on this Burst Lightning, and then we can Collector's Cage. So many removal spells. I can play Enduring Vitality, true. This is accurate. Not think I would want to. So I have to take either Song or Valley Flood Cooler, which means I probably have to take Song. Wait, then I probably just die, right? I don't quite die. It's like pretty heinous. This is a good Gobakhan, but also I think we're gonna struggle this game. Oh boy, let me tell you. Both these things can be true, yeah. They certainly are. Alright, I don't know which one I meant to take. I guess I'm gonna take that one. Oh. That's quite the spicy card to have underneath my collector's cage. It kind of makes me wish I took Song instead. Okay. Of course, these removal spells are very good at disrupting the cage. The Absent-based avatars. Yeah, possibly. I wonder if Domain could also just play a bunch of Baloths. Maybe it's Obstinate Baloth's time to shine. Just put it in every sideboard. Alright, they didn't hit an untapped land, which is good at least. Okay. The thing is, if we force them to use a removal spell, they don't get to play Floodcooler. Those are kind of weird though, because then I don't get to use my Interrupter. I guess when they play Interrupter on end step, sorry, when they play Floodcooler on end step, we get to interrupt it, is the plan. And I just play out more creatures until then. It'd be so nice to flip this Gobakhan. We can't give our tokens flying quite yet. I guess I do this. Attack with the 1/1. Very possible I should just attack with everything. I lose one creature to Vitality. I think that's probably fine, right? I lose a recruit, but I get to flip the Gobakhan and start growing my team. Cast Floodcooler and 2 Sharks. Can they? Floodcooler doesn't have haste. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. Possible I was meant to attack like one creature at their face at some point in this. Yeah, the Gobakhan tax is saving us right now. The Invasion of Gobakhan has been kind of perfect. Very nice sideboard card. Should probably just have them all in. I think we only boarded in 2, right? Yeah. Definitely have the third. Of course, if they block this trainer, they have less otters. Makes the vitality worse. Alright, flip that Gobakhan. Let's go. Opponent's never going to expect Aven Interrupter. Alright, we put it on... I don't know. The Benui? Interrupt the sorcery. Maybe I could. I feel like interrupting the Floodcooler. Oh no, they get to play this for 2 mana. Right. I always forget how this works. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I did have to interrupt the sorcery. Now I just die? Yeah, now I just die. Damn, I was meant to interrupt the sorcery, you're correct. Yeah. Although then they could interact with it with red mana. Like, yeah. I guess there was just kind of no way to stop this. Yeah, only properly stop sorcery speed spells. Yeah. Opponent is doing some confusing stuff at the moment. Gotta say. I don't really understand anything that's happening right now. Yeah, opponent's giving us a turn, apparently. You might not have lethal because I'm blocking with this. Also, I think forcing them to use mana here is probably good. You might not realize they can't play Floodcooler at instant. Okay. We did not deserve that game. But you know, we'll take it. One good punt deserves another. Perfect play all around. Trying a list out, giving it its full chance to shine, you know? Yeah, you don't really like them. You know, I will decline to comment. No, I might end up moving off of Sheltered. At some point, I'm going to build my own green-white list. Once I've tried out a couple other people's, and I know what cards I like and what ones I don't. And I think Sheltered is a card I will not have very many copies of. The 75. Oh, that's your Absan list? Like, honestly, Pest Controls plus Obstinate Bailoff sounds like a great plan against Pixie. Pest Control's so good against that deck. Pest Control might just be kind of great at the moment. It's good against this deck, too. It is certainly good against what my opponent is up to. This Lysa Goblin is sick. We already played against that card yesterday as well. I want to play Salvager because the free blocks really well. Maybe that's fine. I really want to get the Recruit down for the protection at some point, but I think this is fine. Free blocks well, 1/1 stops Seer Slicer. Hey, Bryblack. Yeah, they're going for an upgrade on the Warden. That is acceptable. Goodbye, free. Unfortunately, as much as I moan about this card, it is exceptional against Sandstorm Salvager. There's no denying that Sheltered by Ghosts is like fully bananas against Sandstorm Salvager. Oh my god, I am dying. I'm dying, chat. I have to go like Melira Sheltered and just hope they don't have an answer. I'm just so far behind otherwise. It's so awkward because I need to Sheltered specifically the Warden and I cannot do that. Yeah, split up seems like it will be very good here. I agree. Definitely a card I'm a fan of. Yeah, I agree, Jamura. This card's kind of nice. We played against it yesterday as well in like a mono red style deck. This Lysa Goblin is a lot of value if you can keep getting in those chip attacks. I think the card is quite nice. Maybe underplayed. Oh my god. Yeah. How do I overbeat this Warden? I guess next turn I can shout at the Warden. And start gaining life. Probably have to block with the Salvager in that case. Saves me 3 damage across 2 turns. There will be a replacement for Knight Errant before rotation. Yeah, I don't know. Knight Errant's a pretty unique card. It'd be a tricky one to replace. Seems so big. Yeah, so I can gain 3 life. I go to 11 and I can block 1 thing and then I take Lethal. If this was an untapped land, I could survive. I could go Melira Sheltered and chump block this. And Melira like blocks one of these. I go up to 12. Take 2, 4, 6, 8. I think we're just gonna move on. Hey, BB. Yeah, Convoke might just be dead after rotation. Nixie says I should only play cats. Noted. I will make sure to play more cats. Oh yeah, if Loxodon was in standard, it would not be a fun time. Let me tell you. I think we do need Sheltered in this matchup, right? Wilt-Leaf Liege is a lot of mana. I think it's like kind of good. It makes our tokens able to block, but probably just cut the expensive card. I need all my removal for Warden. Don't really want to cut any of the cheap stuff. Maybe I could cut a Recruit. I don't know. Consider a cat cage. Am I even cutting? I think the cage is too powerful to give up on this in this matchup. Maybe we can just trim some freeze. Maybe we do just trim more recruits. We've got other additional ones coming in. Fine. Let's try this. Oh, maybe the fact that Salvager's so bad against Sheltered means I should trim some Salvagers. Oh, this is a mulligan. This one is a keep. A bit awkward. And back a cage. Am I playing Elf on one? It kind of doesn't do that much. It would be kind of nice to play Steed out on two. Baloth comes in versus Gruul. Yeah. I think Baloth might just be a good card at the moment, honestly. Ooh, split up, you say? Okay. Run out our Steed, start gaining some life. I'm really curious what's better between Bunnicorn, the 1/1 that grows, and these other twos we're playing at the moment. I kind of feel like if you want Sheltered and by Ghosts in your green-white deck, you really want Bunnicorn, right? Just because it's gigantic. Like, it doesn't get Lithomantic barraged in the mid-game. Yeah, I don't really understand Melira. Melira is a little bit confusing to me. I kind of feel like Bunnicorn's probably my favorite of the 2-drops. Bye. Oh my goodness. Lands. Please, lands. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sad game. I should probably kill one of these to save myself some life. If I go after Sear Slicer, they don't get the token in end step, and I take one less in combat. Alright, untapped white source. Or green or forest. Depends on our verge. Thank goodness. We don't know if this will be good enough. Of course, they could play a reinforcements here, but definitely something. I mean, that deck's probably pretty reasonable, right, Black? The Convoke package is just fairly strong. Sear Slicer seems like a nice addition. You definitely see it. Doesn't like to cut down. Mean Bunny doesn't like to cut down after like turn 3. Okay. Should I accrue this? I cannot. Go Evangelist, maybe. Get in for 2. I don't really want to go for the Sheltered. Because this has lifelink anyway. Yeah, I can't. It's saddle 4 and this only does 3. Yeah, that's how I feel as well, Gran. That's why the card confuses me a bit. Like, sometimes I'd want to save a golem token, except I literally can't. If I had Bunnycorn, I'd want to save that card. Then Melira could just be another Bunnycorn instead. I don't know. I don't think I understand it. Oh my god. No, why? That's pretty good. I'm still doing like weirdly okay at the moment. Despite that being annoying. This attack is incredible for me. I know they get a 1/1, but that Warden was like genuinely pretty scary. Now I get to crew the Steed. How do I want to do it? If I play Overlord, we can then go saddle with the 2/1s. Get in there with the Steed, get a free. They have to triple block to kill the Steed. Alright, things are starting to go our way. I was not expecting to win this game, but that split up was phenomenal. So good. I'll trade a bat for this, I guess. Seems fine. Draw. Ah, yes, another sheltered that I might cast at some point. Honestly, might cast it next time. These angels growing, maybe? They clearly don't have a removal spell because Steed is alive, so. I'm gonna have a free on defense, so most things are pretty easy to block. So maybe I just perma-kill a token instead of Seer Slicer. That has to be incorrect. They clearly don't have a removal spell. Let's just get the Seer Slicer out of play. And then we can go crew with these again. Gain 6 life, make another free. Opponent triple blocks, we can just kill the case. Not do that. Very nice. Alright, I will admit Seraphic Steed has been kind of a banger this game. Admittedly, Bunnycorn would probably have been pretty good, but Seraphic Steed has definitely been A+. 10 out of 10. Yeah, Lost on Case here is such a nice combat trick. Right, they do the attack. Bang. Since we're killing Case, we can just block reinforcements and Goblin, I suppose. Boop. Bring that team. Reinforcements no longer kills my free. Well, deal. I wonder if they're even playing my errand. How many artifacts do they have without Spyglass? I guess they probably have 8 if they play the Ocean. Probably acceptable, right? Alright, let's go Sheltered on this free. Opponent's probably going like, wow, another Sheltered by Ghosts? That card's broken. It's been okay this game. Oh, the 1 mana puppet? Didn't consider that one. Guess that could see some play. Alright. If they draw specifically split up, we still have a game. But even then, maybe not. Cool. Oh wait, no, I know the one you were talking about. Percussionist. Yeah, Percussionist. Percussionist is nice. I was very confused. I was like, the 1-mana puppet? No, Percussionist is good. Yeah. Good shout. Do I want to change anything? Didn't think so. Game free. Okay. This hand has some like pretty fast plays. In paper, it just flips into another Percussionist. Incredible. Ooh, split up. Very sick card. Very nice one to play towards. Thing with the Novice. Okay. A lot of tokens. How crazy would it be to split up right now to stop a Knight Errant coming down? Probably somewhat unnecessary. And just get down this Salvager instead, or this Recruit. I guess Salvager curves into Cage. Okay, please don't case me. Case on Golem would be pretty good for them. Then we'd probably just be forced to split up. Okay, they go for Novice instead. Comes the Knight Errant. Sure. Now, if they tap everything to Warden, we get an absurd split up. Okay, they do not do that. Opponent plays smart there. So I could just go for this to kill these tokens. I think I kind of want a Cage. However, maybe a little greedy. Sure. Do this now before they can untap and have removal open. Even if they have a case of the Gateway Express, we have pretty good blocks. Outed on Knight Errant would be like a bit annoying. Bit of swinging with Knight Errant and nothing else. Okay. I want to block with the 4/4, I have to block with Toby as well. I just want to keep my life total healthy. I think this is fine. Right. Yeah, this trades for a 4/4. They just have to be so careful about how much stuff they tap here. There's the Seer Slicer. They tap the Seer Slicer? Okay. That probably means I go for it, right? It's like pretty good. They get to keep the Warden. The Cage can probably dig us to an answer. And this does just clean up so much stuff. Yes, I'm attacking. Maybe I don't. I don't think the damage is worth it compared to like having better blocks here. Could have misclicked untapped. I have done that once on stream before. It was pretty mortifying. Put it lightly. Poor golem tokens. Being attacked on every angle. Okay, flyer. It's Dig of Cage. If we can find something good. Yeah, White Virtue. Apparently that card was actually played in the SCG con. So I kind of want to try it out myself. It seems pretty appealing to me. Wow, split up under cage is so messed up. Oh, I get to like upkeep split up when all their creatures are untapped, right? Oh, but that would require me attacking. But if they block, we can just do it now anyway, right? So it's fine. Make your own settler wreckage, I know, right? So funny. No blocks, you say? Ooh. Ooh. Do I get into the extra damage? I guess I do. I'm not casting another creature right now. Yeah, they have me on Elspeth Smite. You love to see it. If they don't have removal, they kind of lose the game. They do have removal, I guess it's a little bit annoying. Buys them like a ton. What a silly card. Oh no, they can save the Loran. I didn't actually, yeah, maybe, I guess we get an extra goblin this way though. Boop. Very nice. Yep. Oh. Oh my god. Like that, they're right back. I suppose. This. There you go. Creatures are now extremely hard to interact with. Between two Pawpatches and a Melira are in play. Right, goes to my turn. Okay. I could just play out Evangelist and start growing everything. I don't really feel like any of their things deserve being sheltered. None of their cards are like that impressive. How many things am I attacking with is the tricky one. Honestly, maybe nothing and I can start attacking next. I also see like swinging your movement era, getting in for free damage. Pretty nice, and it doesn't really make our blocks any worse because the Salvager and Cage are both gonna grow our blockers pretty nicely. Free damage definitely softens them up a lot for Evangelist. And the Salvager trample. Your turn. Yep. They are behind. They are making us roll cards to find stuff. Yeah, I kind of wouldn't just mind more 2-drops in this deck in general. I feel like sounds pretty reasonable to me. Just the games where you don't have elf, your curve's a little bit mopey at the moment. So Bunnicorn or not Salvager, what's it called? Sky Knight Squire both solve that a little bit. Comes the Warden, but we have 2 Shelters in hand, so it's not actually very scary. So if they tap too many things, they just die. So Get these counters of Salvager first. I don't know what I'm growing with the cage. I haven't really thought that far ahead. I suppose the Evangelist? Let's just go to Sheltered, this Warden. I should choose something that I don't mind having die. I suppose. If I target the Evangelist, I worry that's losing the battle cry is sad. Yeah, Prairie's probably lethal. Indeed. Kind of like the Salvager Trample too. Kind of feels like all roads lead to Rome a little bit. Llama lethal. I think I like this. Kinda doesn't really matter very much. Okay, they make a couple blockers. But yes, we're pretty happy to not have overcommitted. Now we have some blockers on our side. But maybe they would have just been dead anyway. Probably. Maybe they are still dead anyway. Like, this is trample. Was not ideal for my opponent. Alright, they're taking 4 in the air. Guaranteed. They're on virtual 8. And they're taking 3 off this bunny tokens. They're on virtual 5. And 1 off this, virtual 4. So if I pump and then use both cages, they die. Pretty sure that's how it works. Ready to be proven wrong though. Nice. Heck yeah. 3-0 with green white cage. Takes us into diamond. Very nice run. Do we keep this? It's kind of mopey. No elf, 5 lands. Pawpatch into Steed is like a fine opening though. I feel like if this was a 6, I would definitely. But I don't know that I actually want to keep on 7. This is worse. I guess we're keeping this 5 and hoping to get lucky. Hoping to get very lucky. Of these 3. That's the Overlord. Doom said he felt the deck was great unless the opponent was a Sunfall deck. That checks out. On a bad note, basic planes. Yeah, we were against the Sunfall deck. If I knew we were against the Sunfall deck, I'd probably have kept the 7, but also it probably doesn't matter very much. Well, the classic. I guess I'm casting this. So it does very little apart from slow my opponent down. Now imagine if that had been Get Lost. Just saying. There's the carrot cake. What's that first strike? 3-power first strike isn't nothing. Get in there. My mighty steed. Noblest unicorn in all the land. Don't rewrite my card. Cage grabs Overlord. Okay. You very much worry they could have an answer to the Steed, but I don't think we really are allowed to play around anything this game, so... Oh my god, Faebloom Trick? That was not one that was on the list. That is a very spicy inclusion. Do I just do this now to play around removal? It does play into Sunfall. Unfortunately. Alright, no sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper. Come on, just there you go. Mills a Beza, sure. Plays a Beza, acceptable. Pretty good, but acceptable, acceptable. Okay, so I guess I activate Salvager beforehand. I can just tap this free to crew the Steed. They can't actually block the Steed. It'd be nice to grow my other tokens instead, but alright, let's swing with everything. This is the list that 5-0'd. I don't actually keep up with all the 5-0 decks, I have to be honest. I don't know what decks 5-0'd. I'm like loosely paying attention to the modern 5-0s at the moment, but that's about it. Oh, protect the negotiators. Oh, interesting. Well, I guess they're getting a caretaker's talent, which is a little spooky. But also, if my opponent doesn't literally draw Sunfall, they die, and they lose everything else. Wait, no, it's first strike, not double strike. Oh my god. Maybe that was a bad attack. I don't know. Now they get to buff their team, like, kind of crazy. I guess that was a pretty bad attack. Innocent. Oh, they have Protect the Negotiators main deck. They do. What a crazy list. The one you just linked. Huh. That's kind of sick. Honestly. Well, we really want to activate Salvager more than anything else because the trample's pretty absurd. So I guess I'm just swinging and activating, and they're probably dying. Common trample W. Alright, I played poorly, but I won anyway. Classic, classic. They take 10 million. One off a multi-5 against one of our bad matchups, despite me misplaying. We will take the win. That is excellent news. Sheltered literally just won us that game, importing it out. Maybe Sheltered's fine. I keep winning with it. But it keeps being like, oh, if my opponent draws a single piece of interaction or a single sweeper, I lose on the spot. I don't know. Very suspect. My poorly is the average player is amazing. That's fair. From some elves? They do give us the fast starts. They're bad against sweepers, though. I don't know. Our whole deck's kind of bad. I don't know that that really holds. Thrun plus Sheltered, the dream. Still need to cut 2 cards somehow. Maybe Melira. Melira is like pretty heinous against... Doesn't actually help against Sunfall, right? Does help against Split Up. Does attack Gobakhan really well. I guess I'm bringing in free drops. I could just trim a couple free drops. Do that. Game 2. I mean, we're definitely keeping this. I think I just want to play the rabbit on 1. Axe this Gobakhan if we want. Where's some cage counters if we want. Hope I enjoy the games today. Thank you, Ren. Good to see you as always. I could invasion and just get that down and keep the cage as a surprise. See what's going on in their hand. Maybe stop a Caretaker's resolving next turn. Alright, well they have both, sadly. Which is annoying. I guess we want to take the Innocence more than the Caretakers. Because it blocks. Their hand's kind of unbeatable. If I take the Overlord, it's just a dead card. Right? Does it cost 9 mana then? Or can they still do it for 6? Ooh. Yeah, they can do it for 6. That's what I thought. Makes taking it way less appealing. My intuition was that they should be allowed to do it for 6. Wow, they're playing Caretakers. That means we can force them to chump with the rabbit, eventually. We get to play this cage out and threaten to activate. Pretty sad cage, but you know, it dug us through 4 lands, I guess. Make it a 3/2, trample over for 2. Fortunately, the Overlord is going to be a pretty good blocker here. I guess the 2/1s are just going to trade with my Pawpatch. And then we still flip the Gobakhan. Okay, they're saying go instead. Interesting. Okay, kick this Pawpatch. Get in there with the 3/2. Crack the cake. One might say eat the cake if they want to be flavor appropriate. Go for a smite. Okay. Hopefully this lets me cage in response. I have to cage onto the 3/2 though. Oh wait, I can let this one resolve and then I can cage onto this. Funny. Alright, no Sunfall, please. Yep. Pretty strong. Yes, that Overlord is really good at blocking my 2/1s. At least then we force them to impend it though and not cast it on 7. Okay, carrot cake, sure. Draw a card. And there you go. I guess I should attack with both to play around Smite instead of sending one at face. Yeah, you think they top deck the Sunfall? Yeah, they might just not have wanted me to have the invasion flipped, but certainly possible they top decked it. They get to draw 2 cards a turn, so a lot of possible top decks. All right, please no second Sunfall. We should be so lucky. I guess they might just cast an Overlord next turn, which is a little spooky. So the 2/1s do not really block our 3/2s particularly well. What? Sure, Authority of the Consoles resolves. Oh my god. Oh boy. Okay. Am I allowed to scoop now, chat? I feel like my spirit has been thoroughly broken. Alright. Sunfall sure is a card. Okay, I mean, that seems fine. Got some good pressure going. Some disruption to mix with it. They hold open white mana for Melira. Cage gets her out of Smite range, which is funny. Oh, Interrupter just eats Smite though, right? Like permanently. I guess I just interrupt them if they Smite. Yeah, they don't have Smite in hand. I could hold open Interrupter, or I could get down this Elf. Guess we're just gonna hold open Interrupter and that sets up a cage. But it might be bad to use this on things that aren't Sunfall. Potentially. Invasion of Gobakhan. Oh my god, that's so good. Okay. I really wanted to go for Cage this time, but this is too good to pass up on, right? 2 split ups. I guess we are hitting this Baza. The Gobakhan's really good against the split ups though. Or at least the first one, and then Melira protects us from the second one. I guess I could also just sack Melira instead, but I really want to be able to use this cage, so I think I'm forced to use the array. The cage actually functions. Oops or Rafts. Indeed, indeed. To be fair, we sometimes play Oops or Rafts, so... Oh my god, they're scooping. I was like, wow, how are we beating the second split up? This is rough. Apparently they're scooping though. Okay. We'll take it. A little bit surprising.